And so would you consider the solo stuff to similarly be Brechtian? Is it more Pinteresque?
This is more sort of like Isbany punk.
Right, Isbany, yeah, sure.
Slightly Pinteresque punk cover.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. That was actually just to, I think that was just to give people an idea, a kind of an idea.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of music is Brechtian? There really isn't.
I've no idea. Kurt Weill.
Yeah, see, Weilian doesn't sound as cool as Brechtian.
Weilian, yeah. Now, was Ibsen the guy who wrote quite a lot of misogynistic stuff? Strindberg, I'm thinking of.
How about Beckettian?
Beckettian punk cabaret. Well, listen, I think it's probably best that you play something for us so people get a flavour of it, and then we can talk some more if that's okay.
This was the first song off the record. It's called Leeds United.
Great.
And it's actually the only song on the record that was recorded in the UK. It was recorded in Edinburgh.
Great.
We watch you, your expert double X's. It's just like you to paint those white offenses. It's so polite, it's offensive, it's offensive. It's so unright, it's a technical accepted. But who needs love when there's law and order? And who needs love when there's some comfort? And who needs love at all? We stop you, your expert double X's. We oxidize you in your sleep. There's no exit, there's no exit. You're on a roll, you're on a roll. No one gets it, no one gets it. You're on a no, you're on a couch. Protect us, but who needs love when there's law and order? And who needs love when there's some comfort? And who needs love when the sandwiches are wicked and they know you at the Mac store? I'm so excited. The blacks and beat kids. I'm getting frightened. Someday Leeds United. Bugsy Malone came to carry you home, and they're taking you all to the doctor. Blueberry spices or sugary spices, it's nice, but it's not what I'm after. Sure, I admire you, sure, you inspire me, but you did not get it back, so I'll wait at the Sainsbury's, counting my change, making bank on the upcoming roster, and we'll stop you, your expert double X's. Oh, you're a big stockholder, extra cold, two X's. You're never talking, thing you do is effective, it's effective. Your shoulders icy cold, a vibe and a death wish, but who needs love when there's law and order? And who needs love when there's tubes of hazard? And who needs love when the sandwiches are wicked and they know you at the Mac store? I'm so excited. The blacks in the
about that? Leeds United, I should point out that other football clubs do exist. The BBC has to be very careful that it's not biased towards anyone in particular. Now, there's lots of things on the web which may or may not be true. I was just wondering if I could clarify. There was something that said that you had some problems with your record label and the video.
It is true.
Is that right? What? Tell us the story.
Well, the video for this was actually trying to keep in the spirit of the song. We filmed it in London, and after it came out really great, and after the first cut went into the label, the A&R guy at the label wanted to cut a couple of the shots that where my stomach was exposed, basically.
Your stomach was exposed?
My stomach was exposed!
Who the hell are you, Madonna?
A la Britney.
Yeah.
And I'm not skinny, but I'm definitely not fat.
Sure,
I'm toned.
They were up in arms at that.
It was just it was one of those things where if I had looked bad, I'm so vain, I would have been like, yeah. But I actually looked really good, and I was confused and I was mad.
Yeah, of course.
And so I told the fans about it, and the coolest thing was, without my doing anything, like 500 or 600 fans, including guys, all sent in protest photos of their bellies to the label with like angry messages scrolled on there. You can see the photos online. It's pretty funny.
But it seems curious that, because one doesn't tend to think that sort of alternative music, as it were, has that same sort of obsession with image and body image and so on. You just wouldn't imagine that from a what you might term a more alternative label. It's curious.
You wouldn't imagine that.
Yeah, weird. Maybe I should start flashing my stomach around, see if I can drum up some controversy. You know, but then it is, who wants to see? I don't know why she's laughing so much. She's not singing. I love there's a line in that song which is great. Who needs love when there's Dukes of Hazzard? I'm presuming you mean the remake with Jessica Simpson, not the original.
I think either one is legitimate in this situation.
Am I right in saying as well that you used to do some kind of living statue work?
Yeah, that was my job, really. That paid my bills before the band took off.
Because I've always seen those people when I go to Covent Garden or other tourist spots. I do wonder who the hell they are. What pleasure am I supposed to take from them? What is supposed to be entertaining about it? I mean, it's sort of. Is it just the effort?
Your soul is black, and you're a bitter man.
Well, yeah, I think you're probably right. But I mean, am I supposed? Is it sort of if they don't move, I give them money? If they do move, I do what?
No.
How do I interact
They're supposed to not move until you give them money. Otherwise, they're a bad statue.
They're a bad statue. And so, is there training? You just one day you just stood. You're in a supermarket queue. You stood still.
Profession on the planet. You get up on a box one day, you paint yourself, and you just you just are scared, and you hope that people are going to give you money.
And do we know anything about the origins, where this began?
I don't, and I assumed that there would be a book somewhere or information somewhere, and I did it for a long time. I did it for 5 or 6 years, and I couldn't find anything out about it.
You did it for 5 or 6 years? Did you not go insane? I mean,
I loved it.
Really?
I loved it. Yeah, it was easier than this.
Well, of course it's easy, but I mean...
No, I mean, it's hard work physically, but actually, I've thought a lot about it, and I'm actually working, possibly on writing a book about all the...
A 3-volume book on
different kinds of performance. And the coolest thing about it is that with no stage and no stuff involved, it is the most direct form of connection between a performer and an audience.
Yes.
Because also the people who come up on the street, they're just not expecting you. There's nothing. It's completely out of the blue. And if someone has some kind of meaningful connection with you, it feels so much more pure than when you're like a performer on a stage in front of a bunch of fans.
But how does one make a meaningful connection with someone just stood still?
I had some intense things happen to me, actually. Well, because what would happen most often that was profound is that really lonely people who never make eye contact with anyone and who never are seen in their real lives, they would come up, they would see this thing going on, they'd put $1 in, and I would look straight at them, and they would look at me, and you could just tell by the way they looked at me that no one had looked at them in like a week.
Yeah.
And to have two people just for no reason, really, I mean, no discernible reason, it's just this weird art thing in the middle of the street, looking at each other and all of a sudden feeling something that's, there's nothing like it.
And is there a sort of living statue community? Do you sort of...
I would try to make friends with other living statues, and it's sort of like, it's like musicians. Just because you do it doesn't mean you have anything in common.
Yeah.
I would be like that. I was a naive musician like that once, thinking like, oh, I play music, you play music, we should be friends.
Sure,
It's
of
not
course,
always
and that's
like
not how it
that.
works. And did you have a particular costume? I'm fascinated, because I've seen these people
I
and
was
I've
a
never
bride.
known...
I was a white bride.
A white bride, okay.
Yeah.
And you try and befriend, say, the Statue of Liberty, and...
Yeah, we filmed a DVD at the Roundhouse about the Dresden Dolls Day about a year ago, and I snuck out right before the show, and I did it incognito. And the fans were interacting with me, and they didn't even know it was me, and we stuck that on the DVD.
How
which was
strange,
really
how
cool.
wonderful. And so, because obviously a lot of that sort of, I suppose, sort of, what one might term street performing, cabaret performance, that stuff that you've used in the shows. You did a show, you've toured with this album, doing
Yeah,
similar
I'm
sort of
on
shows.
tour with it right now.
And what do we expect from a live tour? Is it just you and the piano?
No, actually, this whole leg of tour, I played at Coco in September or October, and I'm playing the Electric Ballroom on Wednesday, and I've got 4 actors and a little string section with me.
Right.
And they're all from Australia, and it's hard to describe what they do. They're called the Danger Ensemble, but basically they do bizarre theatrical additions to some of the songs. Some of the stuff is really heavy and dark, and some of it is really ridiculous and funny, and they go and, like, they wander out into the audience and randomly make out with people.
Right. Wow.
It's a really fun show.
So if you're one of those lonely people who's not spoken to anyone for a week,
Come to the show.
along to the
You have
show.
to pay them.
You pay them and then
Yeah,
you...
it's coin operated.
So it's like a sort... Oh, I see. They call it brokerage. I thought it was some kind of prostitution. But
Basically.
and while you were touring around, am I right in saying that, again, this might just be sort of spurious internet chat, that you just sort of you stayed with fans, or you had a different way of bedding down?
Yeah, actually, on this tour, especially because the budget is really tight, we are all 7 of us in the touring party are staying with fans, staying at their houses.
That seems dangerous.
Oh no, it's fun. It's actually if you get the right people, it's more fun than staying in hotels because it feels a lot more like real life. When you're staying in hotels every night, you start to feel really bland, and there's something to be said for having your privacy and knowing that everything's going to be the same. But when you stay with people, you feel like you're in a real place and you're seeing real things and getting to know real people, and it's risky. Like
It must be
anything,
risky, though. Surely,
I trust my fans so much. I've never met a bad one. They're all really awesome, trustworthy people. They bring us our food too.
this is
Having
what-
fans bring us dinner every night, and they've been bringing like lasagnas and huge salads and like cooking gourmet fish and like bringing it in Tupperware. It's awesome, and it makes the whole thing actually feel. I'd rather do it that way. I mean, yes, we're saving money, but it's actually just really cool because then we sit and we eat with people from London or Spain or wherever it is that we're eating. And
you're just exploiting the fans.
It's cool.
Just exploiting the fans.
Yeah, we just exploit.
You don't want to
everyone.
spring for a holiday in.
And then I
so-
do that thing where I have someone who's specifically on tour with me who stands at the side of the stage, and I point out the people that I want to have sex with, and then they go into the crowd and they just pull them out and say, I don't want to see you tonight, and they just follow in. Sometimes it's the same people who bring us our food, and it feels a little
Classy.
awkward.
Yeah, no, that's classy. And maybe once you're in there, just rifle through their drawers when they're asleep, looking for money, credit
I
cards,
steal
jewelry.
their jewelry.
Why not?
I take the silver.
You're going to walk into a bathroom
But
one
they
day. There's going to be a
appreciate it.
shrine to you. There's going to be long, cameras from long distance camera shots of you, doing your laundry. And that's it. That's the last time you'll do that. You'll play something else for us?
I will. I will play you a song on the ukulele.
Fantastic, thank you. A much underused.
It's a cover
instrument.
song.
Okay.
And I had a pick somewhere. Here it is. Okay, I don't play the ukulele.
Okay.
So this is going to be really interesting. This I wasn't going to play this, but I recently, this fall when I came, I did the Black Cab session